Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Medz. I know you've been enjoying the Sorrel, and yes, I'm so glad you're enjoying part 1, and this is part 2. Yes, Colin, yes, I see your questions, great questions, and I know you have lots of questions and we'll be addressing them in part 2 today. And yes, I hope you have already seen the trailer for Did You Know? Because yes, Did You Know will point out a lot of the questions that you may have all this time, but you just did not know. So yes, yes, we will make sure you check that out, and we will do this weekly, so you'll have one video of this video in the series Did You Know each week. All right, so back to Sorrel. As you see, I'm wearing red. So yes, Sorrel is red like you saw in the video, the previous video in part 1. And yes, we did talk about some of the benefits of Sorrel, that it has a lot of vitamins and minerals. And yes, we won't repeat ourselves, or I won't repeat myself, but today in part 2 we will talk more on how you use Sorrel. How can you use Sorrel? And yes, I will do a tutorial. Separate from this video to show you how you can prepare Sorrel. However, I'll give you a hint. Yes, I'll give you a clip on how you can prepare it in this video, because it's part of the uses. So yes, Sorrel, you can use it culinary. So yes, you can cook with it, you can bake with it. Yes, I bake with it. Yes, and I will tell you more a little later. So you can cook with it, you can bake with it. So baking is part of cooking. So you can cook with it, you can eat it in salads, you can use Sorrel so to make a drink. So that's part of the culinary uses. You can also use it externally. Yes, you can use it externally, and definitely, as we've been talking about it, you can use it internally. So some of the benefits, some of the uses and benefits of Sorrel are as follows. Like we said in part 1, the parts that you would use of the Sorrel, you would use the seeds, the calices, which are the petals, those red petals I showed you, and also you can use the leaves. You can also use the stalk. So say for instance you're making a pot of soup, you can actually put you can put the leaves in the soup, you can use a stalk in the soup, and yeah, if you want to be creative, you can use these calices. It would actually give your soup a red, rich color. So yes, you can use the seeds, the leaves, the calices, the stalk. I don't know about the roots, but probably you can use the roots too, right? So firstly, we'll talk about the seeds. Yes, the seeds are very good. You can use them to make a tonic, like I said before in part 1. And if you have not seen part 1, definitely check it out. We are using the book In My Backyard, yes, In My Backyard, by the Rileys. So yes, that's our reference book, and look in the description section of this video. If you're new to our channel, definitely check in the description section of the video how you can reach out to the Rileys and get a copy for your reference. So yes, you can use the seeds. You can use the seeds as a diuretic. You can also use it as an aphrodisiac. Yes, men and women, you can use the seeds of the Sorrel as an aphrodisiac. An aphrodisiac is basically a substance that stimulates you sexually. So yes, it gives you vim and vigor. Yes, so I'll definitely share more on the uses of how you can use the seeds a little later. But yes, you can use it as an aphrodisiac. You can also use it to help to stimulate milk production for nursing mothers. Also, the seeds are usually grounded. They can be grounded, or you can parch it and ground it and use it like coffee, as a substitute for coffee. So my coffee lovers out there, yes, there's a better substitute. You can use the seeds. I know that I've had the dandelion seeds as a substitute for coffee. So definitely I'll try the seeds when I get them to see how they work as a coffee substitute. So to use the seeds, you do it in a decoction. Like, you know, decoction is basically adding the seeds to hot water or to water and boil in it for a few minutes. So I would say 1 teaspoon of seeds to 2 cups of water, boil for about 5 to 10 minutes and let it cool. Yes, that's my recipe actually. So the red petals, the calices are great. They are great to make juice. Yes, like I told you, and I'm going to be showing you in a few minutes or a few seconds. The calices make great juice, and also you can use it to make jams and jellies. Yes, jams and jellies are another great way of using those petals, those red sorrel petals, to add flavor to your. You can definitely use it as a substitute for beets. You want to do as a food coloring. Yes, you can also use it to drink. So as a drink, or a juice. So how you do that? You infuse it. If you want to do it overnight, you can infuse a few cups of the calices. So you can infuse it in some water.
This is sorrel drink that is actually brewing. So that's the sorrel petals. They're in the pot, and yes, usually so it's infused in hot water. It's infused in the sorrel. It's infused in hot water, and yes, we put some ginger in it. You can grate it or beat it, whichever way you want, but let it boil infused in the hot water. So yeah, my husband is doing this pot, and usually when he does it once like this. Let it cool, and then take the petals out. So juice it. Get the liquid off from the petals, and or from it. Separate them basically, and then you can use the petals again. Infuse it in hot water a second time. And yes, sorrel is a very good and healthy, rich drink or flower plant. Yes, very rich in iron, very rich in a lot of vitamins and minerals. It will continue to brew. We'll cover it up, and yes, live every moment, laugh every day, and love with all your heart. And that's your Monday Meds, and I'm your health educator, Tanisha Lawrence. Keep watching.
The calices can be eaten raw. Yes, you can eat them raw in salads. Quite interesting. So you could eat the leaves, the young leaves, in salad, and you could also eat the calices. That's the red petals for salads. Calices are great. They're also great for to clear your nasal passage. So yes, you can also use it for respiratory tract illnesses, and also it does increase urine flow. It does increase urine flow. So the juice from the calices does can increase urine flow, and it can help you with respiratory tract illnesses. It also is good for inflammation, and yes, like I said before, it's great to combat cancer. So yeah, if you well, we know we are all susceptible to cancer, so definitely drink it. It can help to ward off cancer. If you know someone who has cancer and other degenerative diseases, they can drink sorrel to help ward off those illnesses. Also, you can use sorrel to lower your blood pressure. Yes, you can, and you can use it to help to lower your cholesterol. Sorrel is rich in so many minerals, like I talked about in part 1. Like we said, it has phosphorus, it has iron, and all of those help with the blood pressure, reducing the blood pressure. So yes, it's great for cardiovascular diseases. So it's great for the heart. Like it's red. Yes, it's red. So it's great, definitely great for the heart. You can also use the leaves of the sorrel. Sorry, I don't have any here right now, but I did show it to you in part 1. The young leaves, you can use it in your salads, like I said to you before in part 1. And you can use the leaves also in stews. You can use it in curries. Yes, quite interesting, right? You can use it in your soups. It's very versatile, and it's something that it's you can use it to cook with, like I said, and you can also use it for the medicinal use. The leaves, you can also use it in to make lotions. Quite interesting, right? We're learning quite a lot about sorrel. So the sorrel leaves can be used. It can be you can have an infusion of the sorrel leaves to help you with measles. You can also it can help with cracked feet, and also it can help with boils, healing boils and ulcers. And yes, it can be used to heal sores. These are external uses of the sorrel leaves. To use sorrel leaves as for measles, you definitely need to use it to drink it internally. So you need to drink it or use it internally. That's the way. So that's an infusion of the sorrel leaves. So for the infusion of the sorrel leaves, you can use about 5 leaves of the sorrel leaves to a cup of water, or 1 to 2 cups of water. So a hot temperature, and then you put the leaves in the water and let it seep for 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can have it to drink. Use sorrel leaves externally. You can heat the leaves and add it to the crack of your feet. So yes, that's the external use of sorrel as it relates to working with cracked feet. So yes, you can take a few of the leaves and heat them and just put them on your foot bottom, on the cracked your heel, and just leave it there for a while. So as we wrap up talking about sorrel this week, I hope that you will take the time and that you will enjoy some sorrel this coming week. If you can get a hold of it, I hope that you'll definitely use more of sorrel, whether you get it in the dried format or if you get it fresh, or if you get it frozen like I showed you in part 1. So yes, definitely use more sorrel. It's very, very good for your body. It's good for your blood. I pray that you'll have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and God be with you. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And yes, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe in the link below or the button for new videos and more on your Medz.